chat, welkom bij deze nieuwe video. Ik ben Wolfwild, ik Uniek en vandaag gaan we verder gaan op Series Saturday met Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ik ben al gewoon lekker naar de quest gegaan. Ik moest eerst 5000 meter, maar ik had geluk dat er daar ergens of zo een point was, een synchronisatiepoint dat kon inspannen. Dus we gaan even praten met Pericles in contact. Kijken wat we deze keer moeten doen. Ah, oké, het was geen lang laadscherm.
Pericles sent.
I am. He said there is an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
Okay.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
Wauw, dat is erg.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
Oké dan. Oh, het is zelfs niet eens hier. Het is daar. Oké dan. Ik dacht eigenlijk dat het iets hier ging zijn, maar... Ja, lijkt me waarschijnlijk... Allee, ja. Het zou wel een beetje obvious zijn dan, hè.
From all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
Dus dan inderdaad niet denk dat ze worden... Wat altijd zei. Ik weet niet meer precies wat hij zei. Yes. Reach the logismus building in the...
I don't want to be spotted here.
Oh, God. Okay, let's have a look. Daarin. Daar. Ah, loot. Oké. Right. Hier blijkbaar. Onder mij, maar ik kan er niet aan. Ah, nog meer enemies. Oké. Niks uit. Wat moet ik hier doen? Ik moet hier gewoon geraken blijkbaar eerst. Ja, zover ben ik. Ziet er hier nog vrij rustig uit. Heb ik hier niet voor afleveringen gevochten? Heb ik hier die... Nee, dat was niet voor... Dat was mijn Andy. Hé Andy, dat was dan niet... Daar dat ik heb gevochten met die gast? Ik denk het wel, want ik herken dat trappetje hier en dat dak. Och ja. We gaan dus gewoon een keer naar binnen gaan zeker. Is the real Ostarka for the fake ones? Mijn pijlen doen echt zo weinig damage. Zo'n logisch dat hij mij niet heeft kunnen horen, hè. Ik ga daar blijven herhalen, hè. Oh. Oké, even dit looten. De haal moet ik hieronder raken. Wat? Ik er eens al een keer. Waar is de deur? Was hier aan de zijkant? Ja, daar. Oké, nuttig. Oké. Oh, kut.
I'll look into it.
Ik wil hem niet zien.
Strange. I could have sworn there was something.
Ja, no shit. Die gast dat net hier vlak voor uw neus stond, is net dood.
Huh? What was that noise?
Wat?
Someone's here!
Oh. Wow, is hij serieus de enige dat mij heeft gespot? Nice. De rest didn't care gewoon. Waar is dat? Ah, hier. Die staan naar mij te kijken. Ah, dat is hierin. Ja, dat kon het mij al niet zien. Ops.
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
Control dit looten. Ops. Hallo. Gelukt! Er heeft maar één iemand gezien en hij is dood. Dus helemaal goed. Nu terug naar het contact gaan. Perikles. Nog steeds dat mysterieus achtergrondmuziek in de game. Die hoge toon. Ja, we zijn er bijna. Mooie markt, jongen. Helemaal mooi. Oké. Ik weet eigenlijk zijn naam niet, maar oké. We zijn er. Hey hoi. Hey hoi. Allee, praat, dank je.
It's done.
Alla,
You work
inderdaad.
quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Is het nu gelukt of niet?
Fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Volgens mij is het niet gelukt omdat die ene guy mij heeft gespot.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to
Volgens mij is het
fruition
niet
through
gelukt.
our conversations.
Ik weet niet.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
Who are you?
Ik weet nu echt niet of dat nu goed was of niet.
But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
I know the price of actions. I have to as a mercenary.
That simple piece of information tells me more about you than your name ever could. Explaining oneself must be carefully done.
Explaining myself would take more time than I have.
Then let us focus on a single recent event. Tell me, as a mercenary, is there anything you wouldn't do?
I do anything for right, man.
Just because I'm a mercenary doesn't mean I'll do anything.
Even if the pay was more than adequate for the task?
Even then,
What if you were offered something you desperately needed, something you couldn't get anywhere else? Would you move this line you've made for yourself?
Nee,
my
principes
line has
man.
moved countless times since I was a child, but it still exists.
And will likely move again if what you say is true.
It may.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this, or you for simply sealing his fate?
Fine. I'm more responsible. But I did it because I have one concern. Myself.
Then I hope you also think...
Socrates,
Oh,
there you are.
Here
ik heb per ongeluk geskipt.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know.
Oké.
Is everything Pericles wanted? Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
Oké, het was dus wel de bedoeling. Oké. Maar die gast vindt het niet weet, maar die gast weet dus waarschijnlijk niet wat dat Pericles met hem wil doen. Want waarschijnlijk is Pericles iets van plan met hem als hij wil dat hij de stad verlaat. En ze waren goede vrienden, dus waarschijnlijk gaat hij hem er ergens schuilhouden ofzo. Onderdak geven, ik weet niet. Er kan zoveel gebeuren met hem. Allee. Ik weet niet of dat... Komt een paardje? Ja, toch nog? Oké. Ik weet niet of dat Pericles zelf iets gaat doen met hem, maar hij wou dat met een reden waarschijnlijk wel uit de stad zetten.
Come on.
Nee, kom. Een paard weer raar ding. Dus ja, we zullen wel zien. Misschien gaat hij het nu ook uitleggen van waarom dat hij hem wou verbannen. Maar komen we er nooit achter, kan ook. Oeps, hey, kom over het muurtje, goed zo. Zijn er? Oké. Ik wou nooit zijn, maar ben het vergeten. Ik weet het niet meer. Allee, jawel, als ze goede vrienden waren, gaat hij waarschijnlijk wel iets doen. Tenzij dat ik dat heb gezegd. Goh, ik weet niet meer. Maakt niet uit. Hier een laat schermpje, jippie. En we zijn eruit. Okay. Standbeeld. Hey, dinges, Phoebe.
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also
Zit
said
hier.
stay out of trouble.
Which I have.
Wat doe
Okay,
je hier dan?
almost out of trouble.
How did
How
you
are
even
you
get here,
back?
Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe.
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
Oké.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
En wie is dat?
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well,
Is dat?
did get into a
Heb ik iets
little bit
gemist
of
of
trouble
zo?
after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky.
Inderdaad.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Maar ik heb net zo nice kleren
Take
aan.
care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well,
Oké,
I
misschien
think
wel
I'm
een
ready
beetje.
to go in.
You can't.
Ik vraag me af hoeveel kleren als ze mij gaat aandoen.
The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
Nou, wat ga ik nu... Allee, ik zal maar nice zijn
Promise you'll
zeker.
take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
Great. Oh, wat ga ik nu eraan krijgen?
I
Oh,
feel uncomfortable.
oh man.
Please.
Oh nee.
Say that
Wauw.
like it's a good thing.
It is.
Prachtig.
Take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready
God.
to go in. Don't worry.
Oké,
You've got
je
scared
ziet wel zijn
of
spieren
this.
armen, maar
I'm
you look
struggling
like
to
shit,
figure out
mate.
right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Oké dan. We gaan maar gewoon beginnen zeker.
Here, Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has
Dingen, hoe
finally
noemt
made
hij?
his
Ah,
grand
Herodotus, juist. Stond erbij,
Only
kan niet
slightly
zien.
late too.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Oké.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're not different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion.
Zie?
Appearing
Ik wist dat het goed was.
is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me
wist wel dat het goed ging
introduce you
zijn.
to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues.
Ogen?
Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
Oké dan. It doesn't look very intellectual.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippus has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos.
Het was wel verwacht dat hij iets anders ging zijn, maar gewoon van die verwacht dat hij er ging zijn, omdat we hem er juist hebben ontmoet. Niet hem zo beledigen, maar oké.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
De hel? Hij moet minder drinken, man. Alcohol is niet goed voor u.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So,
Inderdaad.
tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
Nee.
This is going to be a long night. Parties should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about
Okay.
your mother.
Me too.
We'll see. Okay. Gather information about your mother. Okay.
Someone's being hurt.
Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you.
Oh nee.
Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
It can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going
My
to
god.
I would have left my door wide open for you.
Nee bedankt. Ik heb geen idee wat ik moet aanklikken, dus gaan we het eerst pakken.
To find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
After your display earlier,
Kou kijken.
it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long.
Oh, doe hun er een ding maar, ze. Gather information. Get information from... Oh, oké. Get the oil, maar... Weet ik veel van waar dat ik olie moet halen. Waar is de olie? Waar haal ik olie? Moet ik gewoon terug naar de deur gaan? Geen idee, ik zie geen olie. Maar... Is er daar eens olie? Oh, sorry. Oké. Olie? Nee. Geen idee.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find the Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous
Wow.
Xanthodontus
Egootje.
Morsov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
You want to get Euripides drunk. Are you hoping he's going to make an even bigger scene than you did?
Ha! We both know that's not possible. But you're a feisty one, to say the least.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father
Nekje.
of
Godverdamme, man.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. I'll get the wine.
Oh, witte hond.
Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Oké. Ik heb ook geluisterd totdat hij moest hebben. Talk.
A new face in Pericles' abode. Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the orange ape. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios. But never mind. I'm Aristophanes. And this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though...
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
Ik heb geen idee wat I'm here to serve you gaat doen. Ga ik hem nou gewoon wijn inschenken of? En met die drinken competition, doe ik dan ook mee of niet? Echt niet duidelijk. Ja. Ja, maar nu.
Pericles' new servant. I'd be happy to bring some wine.
An Athenian servant, you. And these are wine-pouring muscles.
I was a rower on Pericles' ship, where he took pity on me. Now, I pour wine for people who question my word. And his.
I wasn't questioning, perhaps one drink.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breathing...
Oh, ben al 32 minuten bezig, holy damn. Dit is een lange missie, holy damn.
Just apologize to Sophocles.
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Let's conjure Dionysos,
Okay.
shall we?
Zo, hij zag echt Alexios zo kijken.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round.
Ready for more?
En voor die andere helft vindt het nu lekker.
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more.
You ready for another?
Oké, ja. Het is al hij is al vertrokken, zeg.
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on
Okay.
the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it.
Nope.
Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Oké. Get the oil, maar... Weet ik veel waar dat die oil staat? Oh, wat dan de... Alexa, stop met iedereen te duwen. Oké, even deze wijn brengen. Het wordt dus blijkbaar een heel lange aflevering. Ik heb wel de olie gevonden, doe.
Just can't stay
Hello.
away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
Why are you so different?
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
You've grown up in Pericles,
Okay dan.
and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles, and he's only slightly more serious than usual too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
I come
Oké, heffen. Hier is uw olie.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun!
Oké.
What do you say? Care to join us?
Nee, bedankt man.
Ali? I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Pietra? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh no, these women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali, come back inside.
Ooh, the celebration continues.
Ja, dat wilt hij ook.
When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Inderdaad. Er kon met nog iemand babbelen. Oh, het is gedaan. Oh, oké. Dat was het. We zijn level 19. Oké. Waar is de uitgang? Zullen we bedoelen dat ik nu naar buiten ga, of niet? Oh nee, wacht, ik moet nog met hem praten, dat is al dus.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
You can stop hiding in here.
Okay, dan.
Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles,
okay,
tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Oké. Dan moet ik nog, kan ik nog met hem babbelen? Ja, maar er worden veel babbels in deze aflevering en dus niet door mij.
Gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
I'm intrigued and can't be that important.
You've been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rules. We're better to do so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasimachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling...
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You're contradicting yourself.
You just
I'm
said
done.
a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men. What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time. Aspasia.
Wat Aspasia? Oh. Naar waar zijn naar op zoek? Dit wordt echt een lange aflevering. Oké, we gaan dus eens met Aspasia praten.
Socrates is an interesting...
Ja, oké, het was dus goed dat ik ben blijven wat erin babbelen.
Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Ga er niet zijn van, wat de hel doe je nu? Want ze heeft blijkbaar iets gedaan voor mij.
I make no apologies.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
Okay.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos.
Het is een haar, oké.
A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together.
Ah, bedankt,
we will
ja,
find
inderdaad.
who you're looking for.
Bedankt.
Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Moet je nu nog denken? Oh, hoe lang gaat dit nog duren? Kan ik... Nee, ik kan niet klimmen. Hoe moet ik naar boven dan? Trap, ik zag een trap. Ja, nice. Oké, 45 minuten al. Gaat het niet lang meer duren, hopelijk, want anders mag ik de video opnieuw starten. Want de PS4 kan maximum een uur filmen. Hopelijk duurt dit geen kwartier meer, want anders wordt dit een gigantisch lange aflevering. En ja, ga ik de video tussendoor opnieuw moeten starten.
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want
Nope.
to go downstairs, do you?
Probeert er in ieder geval onder te wijzen, man.
In front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Snap ik. Why did you ostracize your own friend? Why would you...
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why
Okay.
you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district?
Oké,
It's
dat is
dangerous.
goed. Dus hij was dus wel, hij wist dus wel dingen dat ik nog niet wist en hij wou hem dus, allee, uit Athene sturen om hem veilig te houden.
Are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Oké.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
I'd worry about Athens too. You should take this threat seriously. Ja, ze zijn wel serieus ding van plan, dus...
The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to him, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe her when she says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me.
Oké, hopelijk de video ook, want ik heb nog wat 10 minuten en dan mag ik het opnieuw starten. Allee, dan eindigt de video vanzelf, dan mis ik een beginstuk. Is het gedaan? Oké, leave. Mazen is gedaan nu. Waar is de deur? Hallo? Ik ben de trap kwijt. Oh. Een wonder. Allee. Oké, we kunnen naar bed. Mooi. Ah. Dit was een lange aflevering. Holy damn.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See?
Yeah.
You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
Yes.
I'm not done with
I'd
these
like to
people yet.
stay. Oké, dat betekent dan waarschijnlijk dat ik nog kan babbelen met mensen, maar ik ga dat buiten de video doen, want anders duurt het nog 1,5 uur. Dus ik bedank jullie voor het kijken. Hopelijk hebben jullie genoten. Vergeet niet te liken en te subscriben. En als je wilt deze video ook te delen. Ik bedank jullie allemaal voor het kijken. En dan gaan we de volgende aflevering misschien wel deze cultist een beetje een kopje kleiner maken. Vooral deze. Want deze, ja, dit mevrouwtje heeft een nice wapen dat ik wil. Namelijk Legendary Daggers. Dus nee. Ik zie dat wel zitten om die te hebben. Dus ik zie jullie in de volgende aflevering. Of morgen bij Prison Architect. Bedankt voor het kijken. Peace.
What's your vision?